Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into what it takes to create viral Facebook content.
Yeah, we're dissecting a video from a creator who really lays it all out there.
No holding back.
Totally. And they start with a pretty bold statement. They say the only thing you need to succeed is amazing content.
Okay, so quality over quantity. We hear that a lot. But why is it so important on Facebook specifically?
Well, think about how much content people see every time they open that app. It's
Yep.
overwhelming.
It's like a fire hose of information.
Exactly. To cut through all that noise, you need something really special, something that'll grab people's attention and make them stop scrolling.
It's like that old saying, you need to be the tall poppy in the field. Stand out from the crowd.
And it can't just be flashy for the sake of it. This creator emphasizes that your content needs to offer real value.
So like entertainment, information, inspiration, that kind of thing.
Exactly. It has to resonate with your audience on a deeper level.
So no clickbait. No relying on those you won't believe what happens next tricks. Nope, they're not about that at all. In fact, they go on to debunk a pretty big myth, buying followers.
Oh, yeah, that's always kind of seemed like too good to be true, right? Does it actually work?
This creator says absolutely not. They actually call it the follower trap.
Oh, I like that. The follower trap. But why is it a trap? I mean, if you've got a big number next to your name.
Because those bot followers, they aren't genuinely interested in what you have to say.
So it's like having a stadium full of people, but they're all just cardboard cutouts. It might look impressive from afar, but
Exactly. There's no real engagement. And that lack of genuine engagement, it can actually hurt you in the long run.
really? How so?
Well, algorithms can tell the difference between real engagement and, like, fake followers.
That makes sense. Algorithms are getting smarter all the time. So speaking of algorithms, how do we work with them?
Well, this creator emphasizes something that might seem counterintuitive: patience. Building a genuine audience takes time.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. Exactly. You can't expect to go viral overnight. Yeah, you've got to put in the work.
So, like, what does that look like? How do we put in that work?
Well, this creator is a big believer in consistency. They say posting regularly, even if you don't see big numbers right away, it's crucial.
So even if it feels like you're talking to a wall,
Especially then, because every time you post, it's like you're sending a signal to the algorithm.
letting it know you're out there still going.
Exactly. You're an active creator, you're here to stay, and over time, that builds trust.
Not just with your audience, but with Facebook too.
Right. And that's where finding your niche comes in.
Ah, the old niche, finding your people.
Yeah, and this creator, they actually talk about how they didn't start out creating the type of content they're known for now.
Really?
Yeah, they had to experiment, try a few things to see what stuck.
So it's okay to play around a bit, see what resonates.
Definitely. And that process, it can take time.
But when you find that sweet spot, though, when your passion and your audience like click,
That's when the magic happens. And that's what you want to be ready for. That's why this creator says one viral video, it can be huge.
it's like that golden ticket.
Totally. It can introduce your content to a whole new audience, give you that boost you need.
Which is what we all want,
Right.
right? But what happens after that initial buzz? Yeah, what happens when that initial wave of attention hits? What if you haven't really built up that foundation yet?
Well, that's when it can all fall apart. You know, they always say you're only as good as your last piece of content.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like you've lured them in, but can you keep them hooked?
That's why this creator's focus on quality is so important. You want a whole library of stuff that's just as good as that one viral video.
So it's really about playing the long game, not just chasing those quick wins.
100%. It's about creating a space where people actually want to stick around. You know, where they feel like they're getting something valuable.
Which comes back to that passion thing, doesn't it? If you're not jazzed about your own content, your audience will probably pick up on that.
Totally. And this creator, you can tell they live and breathe this stuff. That energy, it's contagious, you know?
And you can't fake that, right? People know when you're phoning it in.
Absolutely. And that's what makes it also so interesting, honestly. The creator gives some really solid advice, but there's one thing they don't really define.
What's that?
What makes content high quality in the first place? Like, it's kind of subjective, right?
True. What works for one person might totally flop with someone else.
Exactly. And I think that's kind of the point. It's about finding your own style, figuring out what works for you and your audience.
So it's not just about following some cookie cutter formula.
Nope. It's about being creative,
Yeah.
knowing your audience, taking risks.
This has been a great conversation.
Mhm.
So much to think about when it comes to cracking the Facebook code.
Seriously. And the big takeaway, don't be afraid to experiment, see what works.
Find that thing that gets you fired up,
Yeah.
because chances are it'll get your audience fired up too. So until next time, happy creating, everyone.
Big